Every winter, emergency rooms see a predictable and tragic pattern. Heavy snowfall arrives, and within hours, middle-aged and older adults, predominantly men, start arriving with heart attacks. The numbers are startling. Studies show that hospital admissions for acute myocardial infarction increase by 34% in the 24 hours following heavy snowfall. Even more striking, in regions that experience significant snow, the mortality rate from snow shoveling actually exceeds deaths from winter traffic accidents. This isn't simply because shoveling is inherently dangerous, it's because snow shoveling combines virtually every cardiovascular risk factor into a perfect storm of cardiac stress. Let's break down what makes shoveling so hazardous. The physical mechanics of shoveling involve isometric muscle contractions, sustained static effort rather than rhythmic movement. When you push or lift a heavy shovel full of wet snow, your muscles contract and hold that contraction. This type of exertion elevates blood pressure far more dramatically than aerobic activities like walking or jogging. Blood pressure can spike by 50 or more points during heavy shoveling, a level that can rupture vulnerable atherosclerotic plaques or trigger acute coronary events. This intense physical exertion occurs while you're breathing cold air, which constricts the coronary arteries supplying your heart muscle. Your heart is being asked to work harder precisely when its own blood supply is being restricted. Add to this the Valsalva maneuver, the tendency to hold your breath while straining during heavy lifting. This breath holding further elevates blood pressure and can trigger dangerous arrhythmias. People shoveling snow often aren't aware they're holding their breath. It happens automatically during maximal effort. The timing compounds all these factors. Snow typically gets shoveled in the morning, during those high-risk hours when cortisol peaks and blood is maximally coagulable. Most people shovel after being sedentary all winter, without the cardiovascular conditioning that regular physical activity provides. They don't warm up before shoveling, they simply go from sitting in a warm house to vigorous exertion in the cold. The combination is physiologically catastrophic for anyone with underlying coronary disease, even if they've never had symptoms before. Who should never shovel snow? The list is longer than most people realize. Anyone over age 55 with cardiovascular risk factors like hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, or family history should seriously consider alternatives. Previous heart attack or stroke survivors should absolutely not shovel. People who've been sedentary all winter shouldn't suddenly engage in this intense activity. Smokers face dramatically elevated risk. Yet, social and economic factors often override medical wisdom. Many people feel they should be able to shovel their own driveway, or they can't afford snow removal services. If you must shovel, specific techniques can reduce risk somewhat. Start with at least 10 to 15 minutes of indoor warm-up, light calisthenics to prepare the cardiovascular system. Dress in layers that can be removed to prevent overheating. Push snow rather than lifting whenever possible. Take frequent breaks, at least 5 minutes of rest for every 15 minutes of work. Stay hydrated. Most importantly, know the warning signs of a heart attack and stop immediately if you experience chest discomfort, unusual shortness of breath, lightheadedness, or pain radiating to the jaw or arm. The snow can wait. Your life cannot.